had a slim lead at halftime. Things kind of fell apart in the second half. What did you see as the biggest issue there in the second half?
Just fast, getting out in fast break. They got on transition a little more than we wanted them to. Scored over double digits in the second half in transition. Once they scored about 11. And also points in the paint in general. I thought, whether rolling their bigs to the front of the rim, to scoring, getting high percentage looks, I think more consistently than they were in the first half. Can you guys hear me through the mask?
Yeah, we're good, Coach.
Yep, people in the room.
Hey, Coach. So anytime a team slides to 5 in a row, it's never a good feeling. You were just with the players in the locker room. First, how's the morale of the team, and what are the biggest things you want to target and fix going into this next game against ECU in a few days?
Well, defensively, we can't give up 78 points. We got to be a lot better defensively. That's what we've always hung our hat on. In the last few games, we've given up, I want to say 75 and 78 or somewhere around there. That's just too many points for us to be giving up. So it starts on the defensive end. That's how you turn it around. You got to get stops, and I think everything will flow from there offensively.
Coach, you talked this week about trying to manage Darius Perry's minutes, but he came in the 16-minute mark and you couldn't take him off the floor, I imagine, because he was your best player.
No, absolutely. And the good thing is he's in condition to be able to do it. I thought he gave us a big lift when he came in the first half. I thought in the second half, he hadn't played in a while. I thought he was, a little quiet, a little more quiet offensively. But that's due to the fact I think he hadn't been out there alone, a lot this, last couple of weeks. I think the more he gets, his legs back under him and playing, he'll even be more consistent in both halves for us. But I thought he did a good job.
When we spoke Friday, you'd said you'd had a good week of practice. How did you see that week of practice translate into the game, especially in the first half?
Well, I thought it translated well in the first half. I thought we had some defensive lapses. I thought the ball moved pretty well for us offensively. We shared it, and that's what we wanted to do. I thought we weren't really forcing shots. We weren't really forcing passes. I think the turnovers showed that tonight. We only had 11 turnovers for the game, so that's a drastic change from our last game. So there was improvement there. I thought shot selection was better, for the most part in the first half for us, which was good. And we didn't settle. We penetrated, we pitched and made plays for each other, all things that we had worked on offensively. Defensively, I thought we did a fairly good job. I thought we gave up just too many points in transition once again. I think a lot of that was driven by the kid Davis, who just pushed the ball. He's a one-man fast break at times, and he got to the basket or got threes in transition, and that hurt us. But that was the one area defensively I thought in the first half that we weren't as good at.
Coach, Brandon Mayhem rebounded today and put up 13 after being relatively quiet the last few. How do you think he can build on this performance going forward?
He has a lot more in him. The young man has a lot of talent, and like I've said, I think a few times, it's just a function of him just learning to embrace this role and understanding this is who you are. You're a scorer, and we need you to be out there being aggressive, for every minute you're in the game. And not aggressive to always shoot it, but just to make plays for himself and others. I think that just makes us better. You look at the games where he's had success. He's been very aggressive, and I think that's led to our team playing with a lot more confidence as well.
Coach, you mentioned the points in the paint, and they may have had maybe a couple of baskets that were outside the paint in that second half, but most of them were layups and dunks. What do you guys need to do to combat that against bigger teams?
We have to be a little more physical defensively, and we have to understand our rotations a little bit better. You see, a lot of times, again, when you're out there with freshman, sophomore. I mean, these guys, it's a process for them to learn the rotations, learn how physical the game is. You're going against front lines of Chargot, who's a senior. You have Hunt, who's a really good junior. Yor, who's a transfer junior. I mean, you're going against guys who have a lot of experience, and so the only way you can combat that is to understand I just got to play this. I can't pace myself, and I just got to play as hard as I can in those positions where I'm in the paint with those guys, because if you're not, just their physical, their strength, and their size is going to win out if you don't provide that resistance.